In this video, we're going to be taking a look at my high growth, high risk portfolio that I have been building up a little bit over the past few months. So I've actually made some fairly drastic changes this month. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and just kind of explain my rationale for doing that and just show you how the account is doing overall. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Frank Mularcik and most of my videos are about dividend investing or dividend stocks, but I just also want to show you guys what I'm doing with my personal investments. And for me, I think it makes sense to put at least a small portion of my investments into stocks that have a lot of room to grow in these next couple years and maybe 10 or 20 years. They're definitely a bit riskier than some of my other dividend stocks, but I just want to share with you guys what I'm doing, so that's why I'm making these videos. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, as that's a great way to support the channel. So this is my portfolio with M1 Finance, and before we get started looking at it too much, I just do want to mention the referral program that M1 does have. Basically, if you open an account with my link and then deposit $100, we'll both get $30 there. So even if you don't really want to use M1 Finance, it's really not too difficult to do, and just get free $30 is not a bad idea in my opinion. But I do think it's a fantastic platform, because basically what you can do is you can set your percent allocations for all your different stocks or companies that you want to own, and you can invest in ETFs as well and stuff like that, and it just does all of the trading for you and allocates a certain percentage of each of your deposits to each of those stocks, and it's just super simple, and you really don't have to put in all that much effort. So I think it's a great choice for a lot of people, and it just allows you to be a lot more disciplined with your investing, I think. So this is my account here, and you may notice some changes. This RK ETF, I originally had it at 25% of my account, but just after doing a little bit more research on some of the companies in it, and just kind of evaluating what's been going on a little bit, I really don't want to have that much of this portfolio in there. It's not certainly anything against Cathie Wood or the management there. I think they are doing a great job, and I think over the long term, I think they'll probably produce pretty significant returns. I would say I don't think they're going to be like the next Warren Buffett or something like that, but who knows. And also the expense ratio, I just don't like that, because expense ratios do compound as well. So that's one thing I was kind of thinking about, and one of the reasons I lowered that so much. So once I lowered that, basically I increased pretty much every single other stock, pretty much a percentage, I think. So I increased Amazon from 8% to 9%, PayPal from 8% to 9%, same thing with Shopify, same thing with Google, and actually decreased Tesla 1%, I think, and then I increased Visa 1%. I think I left Square alone. I think I may have increased Spotify and Jumia and Adobe and MasterCard 1%, all raised to 5%. And then when I was done with that, I had a little bit left over, so I added another 7 or 8% to VGT, which is a Vanguard Information Technology ETF. So I think something like that is a lot more of a solid core position to have. It's obviously not like a 25 or 50% weighting of your portfolio like you would usually have as a standard core position, if that makes sense. But I just wanted to have that a little bit more weighting in the portfolio and have RK a little bit lower, just because of those reasons I said, and the expense ratios in particular. So the nice thing about M1 Finance is it's super easy to change all this stuff. All you have to do is go here and hit this edit button, and then you can just edit the percentages here, and as long as it adds up to 100%, then it lets you do that, and it's super easy. So you can see right now my account is around $215. I've deposited personally around $175, and then I've gotten a little bit more from a referral bonus or two. So right now we're really pretty much just breaking even. We received some little bit of market gains and a little bit of dividends that have come in. Obviously this is not a dividend focused portfolio, but some of the holdings do pay small dividends. Like for example, I think actually it's just Visa and MasterCard that pay dividends. I'm not sure if Adobe does or not, to be honest. Let's look here. We should be able to see. Yeah, the dividend yield is 0% on Adobe, so they don't pay any dividends. And then also the VGT, Vanguard Information Technology ETF, pays a small dividend because some of the companies in that ETF do pay dividends. So I have been hyping up M1 Finance a little bit, I would say, throughout this video. So I do want to point out the one major downside, which is that you basically don't decide what your entry price on these stocks are, because there's these trading windows, as you can see on the left hand side here, and basically you just set your allocations, and then whenever you deposit more money, if you have that set up to auto invest with this little button up here, then at this trading window, basically at 9:30 a.m. During the week, it will just trade your stocks at that time, and then there's no other time you can make any trades. You can also trade at 3 p.m. If you have this M1 Plus, which I think costs a little bit of money, which I don't have. But basically that is the major downside, is you can't really pick your exact entry price. You just you can pick specific stocks you want to buy, as opposed to just auto investing into the whole portfolio, which I don't really do. But regardless of how you choose to buy your stocks, you're not really going to be able to choose the exact price. You're just going to be able to choose the dollar amount of what you want to buy, and then it's going to do that for you. So this is definitely a downside for some people, but for me, I really see it as the allure of M1 Finance for me, because I really don't have to worry about the exact price I'm getting the stock at. I'm just going to dollar cost average over time and invest into these great companies that I think are going to do great things in the future. And I'm really not worrying about where this portfolio is going to be in the next few years, or even 10 years down the road. I'm really worrying about where this portfolio is going to be in 20 or 30 years. So that's kind of why I think it's really a good thing, and it just helps you keep your emotions in check sometimes, because I think emotions are a really big thing when investing that can sometimes kind of make or break it for some people. So if you can only trade at these specific times, maybe you're getting scared, or you're getting hyped up and you want to make some trade like just out of the blue, and then you're not able to do it on this platform, so you have to wait a little bit, and then maybe once you wait, maybe you decide, well, maybe that's not the best decision for me. So ultimately, for the vast majority of people, I think it really is a good feature to only have these limited trading windows, because it just allows you to be very passive with your investments, and just focus on the long term. And it kind of forces people to focus on the long term a little bit more, I think, just with the way it's set up in general. So let me know how your guys' more aggressive growth portfolios are doing, because I know definitely with technology, overall it's taken a fair bit of a hit. The last few months, it has come back a little bit the last week or two, which is nice to see. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, tech has underperformed some of the other sectors pretty drastically in the recent months. So it's definitely a little bit of a better buying opportunity probably than it was before. So let me know how you guys' portfolios are doing. I would love to hear. If you are interested in using M1 Finance, remember to use my link just to get that little referral bonus. It's basically just a automatic return on your money, and it just allows you to invest even more, which is going to grow even more in the future. So it's fun to think about how that $30 could have an effect down the line. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.